Hi, this is Matthew again. Today, I wanted to review how the number of gay, lesbian, and bisexual members of Congress has grown over the last few years. This growth reflects how this lifestyle has been more accepted in our society despite the views of many religions. The Christian Bible certainly talks about this lifestyle being against its teachings. This is also true of the Muslim religion. Despite the negative views held by these two religious groups, we had 13 voting members of the 118th Congress openly identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual, the highest number in history. While small, the number of lesbian, gay, and bisexual lawmakers in Congress has steadily increased over the last decade. 2 senators and 11 members of the House of Representatives identify as lesbian, gay, or bisexual, according to a Pew Research Center analysis of lawmakers' official biographies, campaign websites, and news reports. The previous Congress included a total of 11 lesbian, gay, and bisexual lawmakers. There have not been any openly transgender members of Congress to date. The number of lesbian, gay, and bisexual members of Congress has more than tripled in recent years. In the 112th Congress of 2011-13, just 4 members, all representatives, identified as gay or lesbian and none as bisexual, according to data from the Victory Fund, a political action committee that works to elect LGBTQ politicians. In the current Senate, Democrat Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin became the first openly lesbian, gay, or bisexual person to serve in the chamber when she was elected in 2012, and Kyrsten Sinema, an independent from Arizona, is the first openly bisexual person to serve in either chamber. In the House, all but one of the 11 openly gay or lesbian representatives are Democrats. The exception is Republican George Santos of New York, who in the 2022 midterm cycle became the first openly gay, non-incumbent Republican to win a congressional election. Since then, however, Santos has been expelled from Congress due to some lies that he told during the election process. 7 of the 11 openly gay or lesbian representatives in the House are returning members of Congress. The 4 newly elected members include Santos Robert Garcia, D. California, the first openly gay immigrant elected to Congress, Democrat Eric Sorensen, the first out gay congressperson to represent Illinois, and Democrat Becca Balint, the first woman and first openly lesbian, gay or bisexual person to represent Vermont. 8 of the 11 House members who identify as gay or lesbian are gay men and 3 are lesbians. Despite the steady increase in lesbian, gay and bisexual representation on Capitol Hill, this group remains underrepresented compared with the U.S. population as a whole. The 13 lesbian, gay and bisexual members of Congress account for about 2% of the 534 voting lawmakers as of January 3, 2023. Lesbian, gay and bisexual Americans make up 6.5% of the adult population overall, according to a 2021 Gallup survey. The record congressional diversity in sexual orientation comes alongside several other milestones in LGBTQ political leadership in the United States. In the November midterm elections, Maura Healey of Massachusetts and Tina Kotek of Oregon became the first openly lesbian governors in U.S. history. And several state legislatures now include transgender or non-binary lawmakers for the first time, including New Hampshire, which became the first state in the country to elect a transgender man to its state legislature. Many ask why we would examine the growth in gay, lesbian and bisexual members of Congress. The growth is an indication of how this lifestyle has been accepted as normal in today's society. This is a reflection of how sin has been accepted as being okay, while the idea of only 2 sexes is no longer thought of as normal. We now have identified over 100 different sexes, and the idea that marriage is no longer only between a man and a woman. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would see the perversion that is now being pushed as normal. However, if I had paid more attention to what the Bible says about the end times, that we would have returned to the times of Noah where this type of lifestyle was prevalent. The Bible points out some of the changes that would take place at the end times. Jesus speaking to his disciples as recorded in Luke 17:22, "The days will come when you will long to see one of the days of the Son of Man, and you will not see it. And they will say to you, look there. Look here. Do not go away, and do not run after them. For just like the lightning, when it flashes out of one part of the sky, shines to the other part of the sky, so will the Son of Man be in his day. But first he must suffer many things and be rejected by this generation. And just as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be also in the days of the Son of Man. They were eating, they were drinking, they were marrying, they were being given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all." So the question we all should ask is, what was it like during the days of Noah? Certainly, one thing that was going on before Noah was instructed to build the ark was the Nephilim were on the earth, and the sons of God came into the daughters of men and bore them children. God saw all this and was ready to blot out man from the face of the earth. However, Noah found favor in the eyes of God. Instead of destroying all men, God decided to save Noah and his family to start humankind all over. Can you imagine the evil that existed at the time of Noah? This is how it will be before Jesus returns to rescue us. Much like God's rescue of Noah as told in Genesis, Jesus will come and rescue us by rapturing the church. This event is foretold in Matthew 24:40. Jesus returns to rescue his church, the believers. We are told that we will not suffer God's wrath, as Jesus was punished for all who believe in him. Those who remain after the rapture will suffer through the tribulations outlined in Revelation. I can't imagine how bad it will get before the rapture comes, but we need to be prepared to suffer much like Noah as during the time he built the ark. I can't imagine all the ridicule that he suffered during the 100 years or so that it took him and his family to build the ark. However, I am sure much like Noah, we will have opportunities to tell others about God's plan for the world and how we can be saved. For those who want to get training on how to become the light on the hill during the coming years, Nehemiah Reset will be putting together some resources that you can use to hold studies with non-believers. This material should be available on the Nehemiah Reset website in the coming months. In the meantime, you can watch more videos like this one on today's cultural issues by going to the Nehemiah Reset website at nehemiahreset.org or to our rumble.com channel. Stand strong and keep the faith. Things will be changing rapidly. Start preparing by leading others to Christ.